In today's video, let's talk about 5 ways to practice speaking English when you're on your own. Of course, a great way to practice speaking English would be to speak to another English speaker, but sometimes you just don't have that chance. You can still practice speaking English even if you're not in an English language class or living in an English-speaking country. Don't let being solo keep you from practicing speaking English on your own. So today, are you ready to find out the 5 ways that you can go about practicing speaking English on your own? If so, then let's get into it. First, let's talk about shadowing. Simply put, shadowing is copying, listening, and then repeating English. You can do it by watching videos such as this one, listening to audio clips, watching a movie, or even TV shows. Then, all you have to do is listen to what they're saying and just repeat it. Simple. Just pause it, go back, and repeat. You can use shadowing to practice your intonation and, most importantly, your pronunciation. This is a great way for you to practice and see how English is supposed to sound, and also to find out how you want to sound while you're speaking in English. First, find a voice that you want to shadow. For example, if you like my voice, what you can do is watch more of my videos and then just pause them, repeat, and see if you can match my tone of voice, intonation, and pronunciation. The key to shadowing is to make sure that you find a voice that you like and that you want to sound like. This way, it's going to stay interesting for you as you try to follow and copy that voice. And it can be any voice. It could be your favorite character, a favorite TV actor, even an athlete. Just find a voice that you're going to stay focused in on and that you really want to model your voice after. You want to make sure that you have a great model for how English should sound and how you want your voice to sound. And that's going to take us to the second thing that you can do to learn English when you're home alone. Next, let's talk about reading out loud. First, you just need to make sure that you find a good book, article, or paragraph. Find something that you enjoy that's going to help you exercise your speaking muscle. Reading out loud is great because it allows you the chance to see how English should be structured. You can read at your own pace, and you also don't have the pressure of an actual conversation. You can also see how grammar is laid out on the page, what forms are being used, and how they're being used. I'm currently reading a book called Money for Couples, and what I can do is find a passage that I like, and then I would just go through that passage, reading it out loud. If you are able to, you can also read that passage to someone so you can get some actual feedback, but you don't have to do this if you're not ready for that step yet. My sons had to read out loud all through their younger years in elementary, and also when I first got to Japan, I practiced and learned speaking in Japanese by reading simple Japanese books, and so I think this could really be a good way for you to improve your English learning. You could always just start simple, like I said, and then increase the level of the books that you read little by little as you improve. So how about go out there, find a book that you like today, and see if you can practice reading it out loud. Have you ever tried visualizing? You want to put yourself in real situations and then imagine how you would use English in that conversation. For example, if you're making a reservation over the phone, how would you do it? What would you say in this situation? For example, I'd like to make a reservation for 2 nights for a family of 4. Really think about everything. How many rooms do you need? What are the different scenarios that can happen? Even simple responses or short sentences can be a big help. You want to have as much practice as you can. Think about how you would reply to various questions and then try talking them out. You can try speaking out loud and just try out as many different scenarios as possible, even when you're on your own. The more you practice, even if it's just by yourself, the more comfortable you'll become. When you come across that same situation in real life, you'll be better prepared to anticipate and feel more comfortable participating in that conversation. Since you will be practicing alone, you also don't have that added pressure of making mistakes. So don't be embarrassed. Start visualizing situations and start practicing on your own. I have lots of students who are interested in English, but what they want to do is learn more about their favorite artist or group in the form of a song. So, how about learning how to sing your favorite songs in English? This is also a great way for you to practice shadowing from tip number 1. Singing songs that you like will keep you interested, and also you're going to be more invested into getting it right. Just like reading out loud, sing out loud and really get into it. This will give you speaking practice as well as singing practice. You will also be exposing yourself to English culture. Learning about a language also goes hand in hand with learning about culture, and learning songs is a big part of a language and a big part of culture. Find out about the culture behind your favorite songs, memorize them, study them, sing them. This is also going to be another way to exercise your speaking muscle. The more that you sing your favorite songs, the easier they're going to become. It's also going to be a great way to practice your listening as well. The way that people use English when they're singing can be very different from the way that they use English in a conversation. So find a song today and really get into it. If you like music, this can be a fun way for you to practice speaking when you're on your own, and this is going to lead us into the final tip. Poems and monologues can be a great way for you to practice your English speaking when you're on your own. Similar to songs, this can also be a great way for you to try out your English. And this doesn't have to be theater. You can also find monologues from your favorite TV shows or movies. Try Googling something such as famous TV or movie monologues. You can also Google a specific movie that you like and then try to find monologues from that movie and go from there. You can practice speaking just like this. So, for example, if you like Star Wars like I do, try to find out your best Obi-Wan or Luke Skywalker monologues and memorize them. And this is also going to be another way for you to practice shadowing from that first tip we talked about. If you can get the transcript from your famous monologue, you can also practice reading out loud from our reading out loud tip from before. If you get really good, you can memorize it and then just practice speaking it from memory as well. There are so many monologues to choose one, so just find one that you like, get it down and start practicing it. For poems, do the same thing. You can find them in books or get them online. And just like with songs, the way that people use English in poems can be very different from the way they speak when it comes to regular, casual English. The key here is that poems can be another way for you to practice your speaking and get you some critical reps on that English muscle. Poems and monologues are also a great way for you to practice speaking English with emotion. The emotion behind your English are just as important as the words that are being said, and I'm sure it's the same in your native language. So get out there today, find some poems, find a monologue, and get to it. So, have any of these tips helped you? Are there any that you have tried before? Or are there any tips that I have not spoken about today that you have tried? Please let me know down in the comments below. Did you get any good benefit out of this video? If so, how about share it with someone else that you think this video could help? And if you're interested in learning any more English with me, how about click on the video that's popping up right now? Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you.